Hello everyone and welcome back to The Other Castle.
I'm Andrea.
And my name is Tom. And this was supposed to be our Death Stranding 2 episode.
On the beach.
Yes, but unfortunately we had some technical difficulties. Long story short, a hard drive that we've been using since day one gave out on us, and it got rid of this week's episode. So we do need to go back and redo it. I have to reset my computer and do all sorts of terrible things. But in the meantime, we've got this episode from our Patreon to give to you right now. It is Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare to hold you over until next week.
And that game's actually coming out on PlayStation 5 and Switch 2 very soon, right?
Yes, it came out on PlayStation Plus and apparently on Switch 2 now.
Oh, that's awesome. Not so awesome about this episode, though, so thank you guys so much for understanding. And for our patrons, I know this might feel kind of funky since we're letting something out of the vault, but don't worry, this month we're doing a watch through of the Fallout show on Amazon. We're doing those weekly, and you're still gonna get a bonus monthly episode from us. And if you're on our $5 above tier, honestly, if you're mad about this, just go back and watch that, because you're gonna see Tom in a lot of pain. And maybe that'll soothe you. I don't know. We're working really hard to get this back up and running. It's been really tricky, but we're so grateful to all of you for listening and sticking through everything with us.
Yeah, it's a real bummer it happened for the season finale, but
girl,
life
I'm losing
happens.
my mind.
I know. Anyways, Goombas, enjoy Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
We love you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Other Castle Side Quests.
Well, howdy there.
My name is Tom,
I'm Andrea. It's weird if you don't know that.
because over here at our Patreon exclusive series, The Other Castle Side Quests, we are doing Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Fucking finally. As soon as you posted the Red Dead 2 episode, I was wondering when you'd do the zombie episode.
You and most of the comments immediately after we post anything.
I get it. I get excited. And like, to be real, this is such a weird thing for the franchise.
Entirely, right?
I haven't played this.
Completely out of left field.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I know nothing and I'm fucking stoked.
All right, so shortly after the release of Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar San Diego announced Undead Nightmare, a standalone DLC for their hit game.
That's actually impressive. They usually take a long time to announce things, or maybe that's just in the era right now that I'm living in with Rockstar.
Well, this is a DLC they had been working on simultaneously to the main story.
Ah.
Essentially saying it was Red Dead development by day and Undead development by night.
And they're admitting that they worked around the clock for this, clearly.
Oh yeah, back then that was very common.
A little crunchy.
GTA 4, their most recent big hit, had several DLC expansions that existed within the world of GTA 4, but didn't have a major impact on the overall story.
Kind of standalone episodes.
Exactly. They were allowing for development from some minor characters in the main story, or they were showing a different world entirely, but it existed simultaneously.
Oh, and these were different protagonists than the main protagonist of 4?
Fully.
Gotcha.
They liked these types of stories as they allowed the original intention of the main game to retain its integrity as a standalone title. Rockstar was considering creating a new IP for a zombie story, but thought it would be really fun to put zombies into their Wild West world instead.
Abso-fucking-lutely. That was the perfect thing to do. I love everything about this. This is silly as shit.
They referred to 1970s cinema as an inspiration, as both westerns and zombie movies were popular at the time.
And they said make them fuck.
Well, what they saw was that they all featured a lot of the same sets.
Oh, so actually this is a production standpoint of like, wait a minute, we don't have to rebuild anything. That's genius. I love it.
Deciding that for Undead Nightmare, they would set it in an alternate universe, as this DLC would have major consequences for some of the characters otherwise.
This is not canonical to main story.
Completely non-canonical. They knew it was easier to use pre-established characters and battle systems the player was already familiar with to move the story along.
And selfishly, they wouldn't have to rebuild anything.
Exactly. Especially the Deadeye, since it would make for some awesome zombie-killing moments. Plus, they couldn't think of a single reason any of the GTA protagonists, both in the main series and spin-offs, why any of them would be going on a zombie hunting mission to begin with.
I know. They go to the underground of New York, or what is the fake New York in GTA 4?
Liberty City.
Liberty City, yeah. Have them them take over the Statue of Liberty City. Make them take over Times Square. What's their fake version? Probably like Space Square, some shit like that.
I do not remember.
Come on.
Well, to them, John Marston made sense because he has more to lose with a family and a home.
Gotcha. I mean, I see you. I just think it would be fun to put zombies in everything.
Well, the DLC released in October of 2010, just 5 months after the main title.
Oh, what an era to be living in where things just come out so quickly.
Just so fast, right? And it was an immediate hit with fans of the original.
It's a knockout fucking concept. Let's go.
Dan Houser said, when we looked at feedback for the base game, not a single one said, the only thing this game is missing is the supernatural. So we knew we were doing something a little different, if not special.
Yeah, man.
I don't think anyone, including Dan Houser, expected some people to like it more than Red Dead Redemption, as it almost seemed to work better within its world than the main title.
I love everything about that.
So much so, they released it as a standalone a month later on its own disc.
Oh, that's cool.
Since it was the cheaper of the two Red Dead titles on the wall and were both in the new game section, many children ended up with Undead Nightmare as their only Red Dead experience as a result.
And like, truly no context of who these people are.
Right.
Like, missing the key interactions of everyone, just like, fuck it, let's jump into this.
Entirely.
So there are people that at that time really just believed John Marston was a cowboy that fought zombies, and that's it.
For a lot of people, that was the story.
I love everything about that.
This further cemented it as an all-time favorite for many, though. Going on to win the Spike Game Award for Best DLC, beating out Minerva's Den for BioShock 2.
Wow.
Which you can find on our Patreon if you haven't already listened.
And that's here.
It also received a remake by Double 11 in 2024 and was included in Red Dead Redemption's re-release, adding to the now 25 million copies, as the number of copies sold has been updated since we recorded the first episode a mere 4 weeks ago.
Holy shit. They're moving.
It's time to mount your flaming steed and kill some fucking zombies, Goombas. Because this is Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. This expansion takes place after killing Dutch, but before John Marston's death. Oh yeah, major spoilers for the main game if you for some reason have not played it or listened to our episode on it.
Who's John Marston? I'm kidding.
Well, for a lot of people, that is exactly
Oh
how
yeah,
it
valid.
was.
They went, that one's a little cheaper. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
It's late at night, and a mysterious voice that wouldn't sound out of place on the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland lets us know that John Marston is in the middle of trying to rebuild his life. A 2-horse carriage driven by John is seen tearing ass across the plains as the narrator speaks, saying that John is returning home after running an errand in town.
I love that this is such a trope of horror movies, especially of that era, like the 70s and stuff, where we get kind of a mundane shot, but then someone is doing a very menacing voiceover of like, it was just a normal day.
Yeah, that's exactly the voice going on here. John is wondering if a man can truly escape their past, thinking he's ready for anything. Well, almost anything.
Shut the fuck up.
As John arrives home, the title screen appears. Inside, Jack and Abigail are sitting by a roaring fireplace. Jack reading and Abigail sewing.
Those are like their favorite things.
Abigail stabs herself with a sewing needle by accident and says, "Damn," under her breath. Jack scolds her for cursing. Then she says, "Well, excuse me, Mr. Fancy Pants, pardon my sailor's mouth. I should have said, damn my too good for this life son, who's likely going to go off to college, make a bunch of money, then pass me in the street like we don't know each other.
Jesus Christ.
Or better yet, he'll probably kick the old foul-mouthed woman out of the way."
Abigail is always doing the most for no fucking reason. Jesus. She hurt herself. Her son's like, hey, man, watch your language. And she's like, you're just going to kick me in the cunt, aren't you?
She overreacts to everything, doesn't she?
Everything.
And Jack says, "Yeah," and I'll look down and say, "There's my dear old potty-mouthed ma. I should have kicked her harder."
Oh, shit, he doubled down. Hell yeah, Jack.
Well, she laughs, as it was all in good fun, saying she's proud of her smart little man.
Oh.
John walks in, saying a storm's coming in, and it's got all the animals acting crazy out in the yard. John asks if Uncle has returned, and Abigail says that she thought he was with you, figuring he's been drinking out in the fields again and probably passed out.
For Uncle, that's very likely.
Or he's at some dive bar in town waiting out the storm. The camera peers in on the scene from an outdoor window. where we see a shriveled hand reach for the glass as pipe organ music plays a haunting tone.
Oh, I love that how campy they went with the score and everything. That's great.
Then it snaps back inside of the family as if nothing weird just happened. John says he knows Uncle can handle himself, but he's got a strange feeling in his stomach. Jack asks if he's become a psychic, and John responds it was probably just some of Abigail's cooking.
At every chance he gets, he's like this fucking useless chef of a woman.
She cannot fucking cook. At that, Abigail asks who's ready for some more food poisoning, saying dinner is served. After dinner, John asks Jack what he's reading. He says it's a book about monsters. John asks Jack to tell him what it's about, and he starts to describe it, saying it's about the Aztecs and how they worshipped the sun. But a few of them worshiped the moon instead, and caused chaos in their community. John listens as piano music begins playing in his mind, drowning out Jack's story.
He's such a great father.
Yeah, John's mind completely begins to wander. Abigail comes in to remind everyone it's getting late, and you snap back to reality to hear Jack conclude, so, without a cure, he had to kill everyone. Abigail says, it sounds like a terrible story, now go to bed. Jack asks why you're not worried about Uncle, since he hasn't shown up yet. John explains that he is worried, but there's not much he can do about it until the storm passes and the day arrives, so go to sleep.
Also, he fucking hates Uncle.
He doesn't care that much that he's gone.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, if Uncle dies, that's one less mouth to feed. That's fine.
And at least for tonight, it's a quiet night.
Yeah.
That night, after the storm finally passes, the moon is high and full, while John and Abigail sleep peacefully in their bed. Suddenly, the door to their bedroom kicks in, waking them both with a start. Uncle is at the door, but his skin is gray, and he has a large cut down his face. He's screaming an unearthly sound and advances on the two in the bed. John tells him to calm the fuck down, but he lurches for John, mouth wide and screaming. John grabs a lamp off the side table and bashes Uncle's brains in with it.
He's thought about doing this for a long time.
Oh, he's been waiting to do this. Abigail is shook and runs out of the room in her nightclothes, asking John what he's going to do. John says he's going to get his gun, just in case. Since he lives with Abigail, his gun is in the barn on the other side of the property. So he runs outside in his nightclothes, fetches his trusty shotgun, and runs back outside, where he finds Uncle has risen once more, and is chasing Abigail outside. She trips, and Uncle dives on top of her. John yells out for Uncle to stop. Uncle stands, blood dripping down his mouth, growling from somewhere deep in his chest. You take control of John finally, and are given the prompt to put Uncle out of his misery.
Hell yeah.
So, you blow the head clean off his shoulders.
Oh, just straight up, we're gonna decapitate him.
Oh, yeah. We're
not even gonna pretend to wait for a cure.
Nope, not with Uncle.
This is all John's ever wanted. This is just wish fulfillment for John.
You run over to Abigail, who is clutching a gaping wound in her neck. You ask if she's okay, and she says to stay back. She doesn't feel so well. You scream for Jack, who comes running out in a red onesie. He runs for his ma, asking what's wrong. She lunges at Jack and rips off a chunk of his neck flesh with her teeth.
Oh.
Then apologizes, unsure of why she just did that. You tell him to knock it off and to stay there.
Knock it off is crazy. She bit a chunk out of your child's neck and he's like, knock that shit off.
You're like, yeah, come on, don't make me a widower, please. You run off to get some rope, figuring you'll tie up Abigail until you figure out what's going on. You return to find your wife and son, standing tall with their faces quickly turning yellow and pale. The same guttural growl emitting from each of them that you heard coming from Uncle. You rope and hogtie each one up as they sprint full speed toward you, screaming at full pitch. Carrying each one over your shoulder while they writhe and screech, you dump them both in your bedroom. Jack on the floor, and Abigail in the bed. Then you bring some steaks on a plate and put them down nearby each one.
Wow, that's actually really thoughtful.
Yeah, and you tell them it's probably just a fever, and wait it out here.
John's a dumbass. First of all, who's ever been like, I don't feel so good, pass me a ribeye. That'll be great. Second of all, hey, dipshit.
And honestly, it's like full-blown T-bone steaks.
Oh, damn. He took care of them. He said, got the porterhouse for my sick little family.
You tell them that you're going to run into town to fetch a doctor. In the meantime, Jack, be nice to your mother, And Abigail, teach the boy right from wrong, and please, stop taking bites out of each other.
This is the best parenting John has done in the entire series so far.
Honestly, the reviews for this game commented on the humor of this story so much because they're like, why is this funny?
Yeah, I love that. Also, it makes so much sense that Uncle was patient zero.
Yeah. At least in your life.
Yeah.
Well, they roar at you in response, each of them trying to attack, but can't do much being all tied up. You leave, locking them in the room, promising you'll be back soon.
This is how you dealt with me when I had COVID, though.
That's all you can do.
You really locked me in the room. You're like, I'm going to leave a burger at the door. Good luck. And I was like, ah.
You're screeching from behind the door.
Yeah.
Now wearing your usual outfit and loaded up with guns, you set out for Blackwater. Just outside the door is another person, in the same condition as your family. You take them out, wondering just what the hell is going on. You ride your horse into Blackwater to find it deserted and partially in flames. Wandering the empty streets, you hear a voice call out for you. It's Dr. McDougal, the coked-out professor you know in town. You ask what he's doing here. You send him back to Connecticut. He said he decided to return to do some more research for his book, but came back to find this. You ask what the hell happened here. Dr. McDougal says that he is a man of science, a man of higher education. He's paid to think and come up with answers. All that being said, he doesn't have a fucking clue. You suggest to start by finding any survivors, then banding together until you can figure out a cure or die trying. Dr. McDougal's like, die trying? No, thank you.
If you're going to give me the option, I'm not going to take that one, John.
Yeah, I'm sticking as close to you as humanly possible. Then, using his thinking man's brain, says, now, will you wait right here for me while I wander down that lonely, deserted street to fetch my bag?
Ugh.
You tell him that's like the worst possible decision. Plus, he doesn't have a gun. And the professor's like, yeah, it's fine. Everyone's already dead. What could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words.
He says he left his stuff with Nostus, that native man that you helped in the main game. Except, you sent the professor back to Connecticut after Nostus died.
Huh.
Whatever. It doesn't matter because within 2 seconds, the undead Nostus comes running out of an alley and attacks the professor, devouring him starting at the stomach.
He started in the middle?
Right in the center, yeah.
Like when you eat a burrito from the middle
Yeah.
point, it makes everyone very upset. I physically can't do it. Oh, that's fucking great.
You kill zombie Nostus, and as he dies, the professor rises up from the dead as well. So you shoot him too.
Motherfucker.
Now you're alone in Blackwater, searching for any survivors. At first, all you find are more zombies, which can group up like a horde in Days Gone and chase you. Just not nearly as many, but still an impressive amount.
Yeah.
You fight them off and eventually pass by a building where you can hear a woman crying from inside. You tell her to come out, but she refuses, scared of you. You promise her you don't bite, then scold yourself for the bad timing with that joke.
Oh, I thought he was being on point.
No. The 19-year-oldish woman says she watched her mama rip her daddy's face off, and they were married for 20 years.
Oh.
Granted, they were excited to see her after she died 3 years ago from smallpox. But then she went and did that shit.
Oh.
Her daddy didn't deserve that. He was a good man. Sure, he liked to drink and sleep with any woman he could. And yeah, he'd let one know when she was out of place with his fist if necessary. And okay, maybe there were rumors he was fucking her mama's sister while she was on her deathbed.
Oh.
But that doesn't make him a bad person.
This is a lot of trauma dump for someone to yell through a window.
Right.
John said, hey, are you physically okay? And she said, and then my dad was fucking my aunt, right?
She says he definitely did not deserve to get his face eaten at the very least.
Okay, first of all, yes, he did. Second of all, baby girl, wrap this shit up.
And you're like, back up a minute. Your mom died 3 years ago and you saw her today? She's like, yeah, but that's not what's important. Her father's reputation is at stake here.
Ugh.
He would hate for people to find out he was killed by a woman.
I'm glad he was.
Right.
I'm team zombie so far.
You tell her to focus on the dead mom and tell you more. That's the important part of the story. She says that Mr. Braithwaite was the first to show up yesterday after being dead for a year.
Stop, the Braithwaites?
Yeah, it's a nice little cameo by name here, right?
Oh.
He was walking up and down the street just eating dogs. Mr. Braithwaite loved animals. It didn't make any sense. She then says, "The dead have come back to life, mister. Only they ain't happy." She tells you where the local cemetery is, and you say you're going to check it out, asking if she wants to come with you. She says she's seen enough dead relatives she doesn't want to see any more.
She seems like a yapper. I feel like she'd go just to keep talking to John, and she's like, and then this other guy that was dead came back, and they started drama.
Oh, she's about to drop the biggest one yet.
Oh.
She hands you a torch saying that burning them seems to work. You take it and head off. Then the young woman says, "Oh, and if you see my Uncle Mordecai, burn that niece fucker for me real good, you hear?"
Niece fucker?
She doesn't say that directly, but she heavily implies it.
Oh.
Now you have a melee weapon, and can use the torch to beat up the zombies roaming Blackwater, which you can also loot after the flames die down. At the cemetery, you go around burning unburied caskets as well as anyone who rises from their grave. Figuring this is the town's source of problems, you head back in to try and clear out the last of them. Afterward, you find a family hiding out on the roof of a building and ask if they're all right. The matriarch calls down that she just watched her daughter get eaten, so they're doing pretty fucking horribly. Thanks for asking, though.
Everyone's in such a crappy mood.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I'm sorry I did. The woman's husband apologizes on her behalf, saying they've suffered terribly. Then the woman goes on a xenophobic rant about how this is all the damn government's fault for not closing down our borders.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Ma'am!
She says she pays her taxes, most of the time, and thinks the government should be doing more to keep Americans safe from North Americans.
I hate it here.
You tell her that we've gone completely off topic.
John forever held at verbal gunpoint by people who just want to unload their trauma.
Totally, right? You tell her you've been to Mexico, and they don't have anything like this happening down there. At least, not that you're aware of anyway.
John's actually very well traveled. He's allowed to speak on this.
She says she's not about to take advice on tolerance from a gunslinger, dismissing his expert opinion because she doesn't like it and finding any reason to do so. Then she rounds on her husband, saying her father told her never to marry him. The husband says her father was an absolute drunk and didn't know shit. Then their remaining living children begin crying as mom and dad fight with each other.
The kid's just bursting into tears.
You interrupt their bickering, asking if you could be of any help. The woman says you can start by blowing the heads off those demons running around. You tell her it's been a pleasure, then turn to the husband and say he is a man of great patience.
That's such like a brotherly way of being like, good luck, motherfucker. You picked wrong.
You go hunting for zombies while the couple fight loudly from the rooftop with her saying he's as useless as a 4-card flush.
So he's just running around while they have a massive marital
Entirely.
fight. Honestly, what a dream. I love that.
They need John and Abigail's marriage corner desperately.
They really do, but God, how good is it to overhear a couple fighting?
Right? Oh,
It is.
God.
There's nothing greater. I would rather see that than a proposal any day. Like,
or a movie.
Yeah, I want to see the fall of a relationship more than I want to see the blossom of one. And just getting to kill zombies while it's happening, chef's kiss.
Well, in your search, you find another group of survivors. 2 men and 3 women. They hold you at gunpoint, asking if you're one of them. You point out that they can't talk, so no, you're not one of them. One of the women says to shoot you just in case. You assure them you won't come any closer and ask if they have any idea what's going on. They all say something different. Something about a man showing off a glass eye, the full moon, Mexicans, that old snake oil salesman. It could be any one of them. But they heard it's worse in New Austin, saying it's likely coming from there. You're like, all right then, guess I'm going to New Austin. You leave the 5 to fend for themselves, which they can't, as a zombie immediately attacks them and kills one of the women, while the man with the gun drops it and runs away with the others. You figure it's as good a time as any to visit Mr. Dickens and his good buddy, the grave-robbing Seth, as he would probably have the best idea on what's happening with all these zombies running around.
He does love hanging out with open graves. This is actually very thoughtful, yeah.
On your way to New Austin, you encounter a log cabin, and an older man comes running around the side of it, wearing a raccoon skin hat, bearing long scars down his face. His voice, 30 years too young for the rest of him, says that he just killed a Sasquatch out in the woods.
Oh, a Sasquatch.
You tell him Bigfoot isn't real, and he laughs, saying that Sasquatches can be found in every forest around the world, and begs you to help him take them out.
Is this Bobcat Goldthwait?
Basically, right? Their main source of nutrition is babies, after all.
Is that canonical?
To them, that is.
Okay.
You're like, sure, whatever, and agree to kill any Sasquatches you encounter. Which you do. 6, in fact, hiding around the map.
I love everything about this.
After killing your first one, you get an achievement titled 6 Years in the Making.
Oh.
GTA San Andreas came out 6 years before Undead Nightmare to the day.
Oh.
In that title, the forest has a bunch of clues to a Sasquatch roaming around it, but there was never one put into the actual game.
These motherfuckers, they be doing that shit.
This was much to the disappointment of gamers, so this was an attempt to rectify that.
I love that. They said, sorry, we're going to do 6, 1 for each year we didn't give you a Sasquatch.
After killing 5, you find the 6th one, sitting under a tree, crying.
He's sad?
You approach it with your pistol drawn. He looks up at you and says, "Just put me out of my misery, please."
Oh, he speaks English.
You tell him he'd deserve it, being a baby-eating monster. The Sasquatch jumps up and stands, all 8 feet of him, ape-like and covered in hair. He says that his kind are fucking vegetarian.
I'm sorry, no, you fully swung off guard. Like, no, you caught me on that. What the fuck?
They only eat mushrooms and berries, like the fucking villagers from Centipede. The Sasquatches have lived in these parts for 1,000 years. But some lunatic is running around murdering them all. He's the last of his kind now, as far as he knows.
Oh.
You go, but you eat babies. Not sounding so sure anymore. Sasquatch breaks down into sobs again, saying his family is dead. His species is dead. He has nothing left. So please, shoot him. He can't take the pain anymore. Honestly, the performance by the actor who played Sasquatch is outstanding and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
His name is Joel Garland, and he's a character actor that's been in Hollywood for a very long time. One of his most notable roles being one of the correctional officers in the TV series Orange is the New Black.
Oh, shit.
The choice is up to you, whether you kill him or not. Put him out of his misery, or let him live in the hopes he finds more of his own kind someday. At the very least, explaining why San Andreas didn't have any. After that moral headfuck, you find the immoral fuckhead, Seth.
There you go.
He's playing cards with his old partner, the one he had you kill in the main campaign, saying he's a dirty little cheater. You approach and ask Seth how he's doing, then notice he's playing cards with a fucking zombie.
Oh.
You pull your gun and Seth tells you to stop. He's tamed his late best friend. Plus, he's just having a bad day. He'll be fine soon. Seth's sure of it.
He tamed his best friend, and don't worry, he's just having a rough patch right now. You know, coming back from the dead, he's been cranky. Holy shit.
You ask Seth just what the hell is going on as he hugs his zombie bestie.
Oh, it's very ending of Shaun of the Dead where they're homies and they're playing video games together.
Very much so, right? He says that they're playing cards. You're welcome to join. You say, "I'm talking about the dead rising from their graves, dumbass." Seth goes, "Oh, that? Ain't nothing."
Ain't nothing.
You're like, "I've seen family members eat each other. My family. And people in Blackwater are saying that it's because of that glass eye that the two of you found in a treasure chest." Seth gets angry, yelling, "Damn them and damn you, John Marston."
Damn you, John Marston.
Moses, get him.
He's sicking his best friend on him.
Yeah, he signals to his zombie pal, who is just standing there, moaning softly, holding his playing cards.
He really just wants to play cards. Oh.
You say, "Yeah, Moses, come get me." But he just stands there. You laugh, saying it looks like Seth's dog has lost his bite. Since he doesn't have any other kind of weapon, you demand answers from Seth about this whole zombie situation. Seth says it's pretty obvious, isn't it? The dead are rising and having a craving for human flesh.
Duh.
You say that you figured that part out, but you want to know why. Seth goes, "Why? Why? How about, why the hell not?"
Because, Seth. You fucking moron.
You say, "Because it's unnatural, Seth." Seth asks, "Who made you Mother Nature and Mother Superior all at the same time?"
Motherfucker.
The one who made you is the one who made Seth, and the same who made Moses. If anyone caused this shit, it's God himself.
No, let's take it back a notch. What the fuck? You really were like, who can I talk to? What if I talk to the craziest person in the entire map? Unfortunately, this person holds the answers.
You ask if he knows of a cure. He says he doesn't know of one, but you can prevent more from rising if you were to desecrate every cemetery in the West. Now, if you'll excuse him, he has a card game to win. And he turns to Moses, saying it's his turn to deal. This gives you a lot of cemeteries to destroy, and when you finish doing so, you return to the shack where Seth is hanging out with his zombie buddy Moses. Only now, there's a half dozen more zombies. And they all seem to be having a party.
Oh.
With Seth dancing his silly little jig around the wandering corpses, while one of the zombies holds a violin, making noise more so than music.
They would love Seth, because Seth's a weird, dirty little man. They're like, he's probably one of us. He smells a little different, but I think he's one of our buddies.
He smells mostly like us.
Yeah. It smells a little worse than we do, but I think it's fine.
His skin is hanging off way more than ours.
Seth is so gross. The zombies have accepted him as their own, and that's an insane thing to think about.
You tell Seth to cut the shit and explain what's happening to the world.
We're having a party, dipshit.
Seth laughs, saying, "It's the turning of the tide, John. The next step in our evolution." You tell him he'll be taking his final step and will join the undead if he doesn't start talking. Seth asks, "Are you constipated, John? You always get constipated when you're angry."
You don't know him like that.
You say, "I'm warning you, Seth." Seth laughs and goes, "I'm warning you, Seth." Then he pulls out the glass eye, saying all this fuss over a little old eyeball. Then he swallows it, wondering why he never thought to do that before. He says he could use a drink and offers you one too. They have a blood and mucus surprise he thinks you'll enjoy.
I hated hearing that so much.
You give him his final warning and he says, "Fine. It's the Aztecs. Or the Incas. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. But Mexico, John. Mexico is where this all started."
Did they really figure out a way to actually take the xenophobia and make it canonical that this is actually a mythical thing? Are you fucking serious?
A little bit.
God damn it, Rockstar!
Then he grabs the hand of one of the lady zombies, asking if she would like to dance. You ride off, wishing him the worst of luck.
Yeah.
Since you don't trust Seth's racist rumors, you head toward Armadillo to visit Marshal Johnson, see how he's handling all of this. On the way, you stop off at a fort full of the living. Seeing you're not a zombie, they open the doors to you. Inside, you find Mr. Dickens, the snake oil salesman. He's mid-sales pitch, saying his snake oil will cure the zombified and inoculate the living against the effects of the undead curse.
He's a hustler. We can't be mad at him. He's the one in the apocalypse, like, don't forget to use my affiliate code. I ain't mad at it.
Seeing you, his old plant in the audience, he says, "You, sir, how about a sample of my magical elixir?" You say, "No. You want him to stop charging these innocent people for a scam product while the world is ending."
Don't blow his shit up, John. Come on, be a homie.
He asks what price you'd be willing to pay for your safety. You pull your pistol in response, and Mr. Dickens decides it would be best to offer free samples to everyone in the crowd. Saying that if they like it, when they like it, they'll know where to find him.
I love that his lineage has brought his descendants down to being like Costco samplers or MLM shillers. You know, there's no in between. I love it.
Selling on TikTok.
Yeah.
After the crowd departs, Mr. Dickens runs up to you saying, "What the hell, John?" You tell him these people have suffered enough. They don't need him taking advantage of them. Mr. Dickens says that's not his problem. He's just trying to make an honest living. You say, "No, you're not." He goes, "Okay, fine. A living then." Besides, he wasn't really lying about the abilities of his tonic. The undead really do hate it. They can't stand the stuff.
Oh.
Then he invites you to a lookout tower for proof. One of the men in the fort just chugged a bottle, and he's about to go out to the wilderness to test it. You watch through a spyglass as the man bravely approaches the horde of zombies.
I'm nervous for him.
Then immediately gets torn to shreds by them.
Yeah.
You yell at Mr. Dickens, say, "That shit worked like catnip, not a repellent." He's like, "Well, that formula was a little off." Asking you to find him the ingredients he needs for the real repellent and cure.
No, John, you have shit to do. You don't need to go on a fetch quest to go to the store for some asshole selling essential oils.
Yeah, fortunately, you think the same way and say no fucking thank you.
Oh, okay.
You don't believe or trust him.
I'm so glad. I was really scared he's gonna be like, and then John went out to find some fucking lavender.
He says, fine, then at least take a bottle with you. Maybe you can use it to set a trap or a distraction or something.
Oh, okay.
You sarcastically say thanks, saying you can't wait to make some new friends with this. From there, you continue on to Armadillo. You walk into the marshal's office to see 2 prisoners locked in a cell together. One has turned and is attacking the other. The marshal threw the living one in there to see if he could use his wits to kill the zombie and escape. A test in survival of the fittest and all that.
He's doing some Darwinism shit. That's pretty sadistic.
Well, the zombie immediately bites his arm, and the marshal shoots both of them in the head.
Fair enough.
You ask how things are going here otherwise, and the marshal says that robbery is at an all-time low. But murder and blood drinking are at an all-time high, so you win some, you lose some.
You know, the blood drinking last year way lower than it is this year.
Yeah. He sent his 2 deputies out to help some of the townsfolk, but hasn't heard back in a long while.
If I recall correctly, his deputies are kind of idiots, though.
Oh, full-blown hillbillies.
So...
You offer to go find them, and he's grateful, knowing you probably have your own shit you're dealing with anyway. You first go to the general store and ask the man behind the counter if he's seen the deputies. The clerk says they sound like a couple of Jews to him.
Whoa!
You're like, excuse the fuck me? Then the man goes on a hate-filled rant about how this is all the fault of the European homosexual Catholic Jews.
There's a lot of racism in this one.
You ask if he's ever met a Jewish person, and he says, thankfully not.
Jesus Christ.
Then you ask if he's ever met a European homosexual Catholic before, and he says, oh, I see. You think you're being clever. You tell him that nobody's ever accused you of being clever. And you depart, wishing him nothing but the best of health.
John's fucking great in this one. You're dead on.
You'd be sad to see his hate-fueled blood stain the streets of Armadillo. He asks if you'll help him kill these zombie bastards, and you tell him no. He seems to know what he's doing.
You're kind of an asshole, so you're on your own, buddy.
He says, that's right, I do know what I'm doing. This is America after all, and this is the land for people who look like me.
And then he was eaten.
These blood-sucking fiends will never taste the blood of Herbert Moon. You don't say a word as you watch a bunch of zombies sneak up on him and rip him apart.
Good.
Staining the streets in his hate-filled blood as he screams, "You can't eat me! I'm Herbert Moon!"
Well, it's a new moon tonight, bitch. Fuck you. Good.
The moon's setting. You wait until the zombies have had their fill, and then shoot them all in the head, including Herbert Moon, just in case.
That's really sweet that John's like, well, you got to enjoy it, you know? The blood's going to be a little bitter because of the hatred, but I'm not going to deny you this last meal. Enjoy eating Herbert Moon.
You eventually do find the 2 deputies, eating each other, as they both have turned.
Good, they're fucking idiots.
You take them down and head back to the marshal's office to let him know. You relay that they died quickly and with full bellies.
John being concerned about zombies eating enough is very funny. Like, his parenting's really kicking in. He's been at home a little bit. He's hanging out with the boy. He's like, all right, make sure you've eaten.
He never has a full belly himself because of Abigail's cooking, so he is concerned that everybody else is always well fed.
He's like, at least in death, someone could have a good meal. I never will because my wife's a fucking moron.
Well, the marshal thanks you and wishes you luck in that vast hellscape out there. Since you're in the area, you decide to go check on your dear friends, the McFarlanes. As soon as you arrive, Bonnie comes running out of her house saying that the undead are rising, and then you show up. Could her week get any worse?
She hit him with a Chandler Bing line. Oh my god, I love Bonnie.
Then she leaps into your arms crying, saying she thought you had died, as news came through that everyone in your area was gone.
Oh.
You assure her that it will take more than the end of the world to take you down.
That's very heroic to say while a girl is so excited to see you're alive. Like, come on, baby. It's going to take I can't do the voice. I'm going to hurt myself. It's going to take more than that for me. You know, that's hot.
You ask her how her father's doing, and she says he's perfectly fine. He's in the barn currently, and she shouts out to him to come to the house. That useless bounty hunter is here and wants to see him. Mr. McFarlane doesn't respond.
Oh, no.
And you ask what he's doing in the barn in the first place. She says that he rounds up the undead and puts them in there for safekeeping in case a cure is discovered.
Wait, he's made a horde?
Basically.
He's building his own horde. Dude!
No, he's waiting for a cure. He's just holding them.
That's just not a good idea.
She's like, he is a very, truly good man. You ask how long he's been in the barn, and she's like, since yesterday.
Oh my god.
You're like, damn it, Bonnie. I'll go check on him.
I'll go kill your dad, I guess.
You go in to find all the zombies dead, except for one, Mr. McFarlane.
He's the last zombie standing.
He is.
Wait, that's some dick swinger shit, though.
The irony is he's trying to save them all, and he fucking took them all out.
He tore them apart. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you take care of him, apologizing, saying he was a good, if mildly genocidal man.
He was really just genocidal in this. He's relatively peaceful in life.
No, remember, he had to clear out some natives that were on
God,
his
you're
land.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, so never mind.
The fact that you return alone tells Bonnie everything.
Mm.
Sarcastically saying that you always do bring sunshine into her life. You apologize for killing her dad, and she says that he died protecting the ones he loves. That's as good as she could hope for.
Oh, she's taking this very well.
She really is. She collects herself, then looks over at you with a smile, asking, well? You say, take care of yourself, Bonnie. She stands saying, yeah, you too, John. She lingers a moment at her door, hoping you'll say something different.
Oh, I love that even in the apocalypse, she's like, but do you want to kiss?
Yeah, she's like, you want to come in?
Yeah, I'm so scared and alone. My panties just keep falling. Come on, John.
I notice you're here alone, not with your wife or child, so, like, what's up?
And I'm assuming John did not mention his wife turned.
No, he never mentions his wife in front of Bonnie.
Ever. Despite Bonnie having met her.
Right.
Oh, that sucks. Poor horny Bonnie.
Well, defeated by your silence, she goes inside alone.
Oh.
Riding out, you happen to run into Mr. Dickens again. He's pulled over in his wagon, standing on top as a zombie attempts to grab at him from below. You ask if it's one of his satisfied customers. He asks for a little help, and you say, no, he can figure this out on his own. He says he has something you're really gonna want, so you shoot the zombie in the face. He jumps down thanking you and offers you a gift for helping him out. He goes to the back of his wagon and tinkers around, making a loud commotion and peeking at you to make sure you can see his theatrics. He comes around a corner, handing you a small device, saying these things will explode when near a zombie.
Ooh.
He gives you a list of parts to help him create something more effective, and to parts hoping to see you again soon. After fetching the things he needs, you find him along the banks of a river, hiding under his wagon this time. You pull him out, asking what he was doing. He says the people in the area are blaming his elixirs and tonics on this whole zombie thing. He's been selling this shit for years, and this has never happened before. They're just looking for a scapegoat. Now, they're looking to hang him. So he's going to Mexico. He thanks you for the parts and hands you an old gun called a blunderbuss.
Ooh, that's a rare gun to see in a game.
Yeah, it's like the shotgun's cousin, just with a wider spread, and you can load it with just about anything, kind of like a cannon.
Yeah, these are cool.
You ask him what you would want with an old-ass weapon like this, and he says it's far more effective in killing a large group of zombies. The wider spread is ideal for taking down a horde.
Yeah.
You see him off, saying maybe you'll meet up with him down in Mexico, if you end up down there. One of the coolest things about Undead Nightmare are all the wild accessories you can find, like this blunderbuss and other outrageous weapons. You can even get a horse covered in flames as your mount,
Ooh.
as the 4 horses of the apocalypse are yours to discover as well.
Of course they are, because, like, fuck it, why not? That's really cool. You can get the 4 horses of the apocalypse. It's like, why not? Fuck it. It's a Western. We got zombies. Yeah, it's a natural tie-in.
You can even get like a zombie horse on top of that. That's just like all skeleton and shit.
Scabby, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. The zombies increase in difficulty as you progress as well, with different variants appearing with more advanced ways of trying to kill you, like spitting green acid.
Ooh.
There are even animal zombies, like coyotes and even bears.
Bear zombie?
Bear zombies.
What? Wait, did Days Gone just kind of copy-paste this a little bit? 'Cause-
I'm not gonna say they didn't, but they're not wrapped up in like barbed wire at the very least.
There wasn't barbed wire. That's really cool, though.
At the US-Mexico border, you find Mr. Dickens alone in a rundown shack. You ask if he's found a way into Mexico yet, and he says no. Only people friendly with the US government seem to be getting across the border. The military is even sending a convoy down to help, thinking it might have originated here. He suggests you sneak onto a train that's about to depart. As for him, he's off to make his fortunes elsewhere. Like Baghdad. Or Fort Mercer, whichever is fine.
Whichever one's easier to get to.
It's either that, or become a bloodthirsty fiend. You tell Mr. Dickens to take care of himself, and he responds, I always do, my dear boy. I always do. Donning a stolen military uniform, you join some soldiers going to Mexico on a train. You ask what the plan is, and they say, officially, it's to help the Mexican government fight off the zombies. Unofficially, it's to ransack the broken country of anything valuable. You're like, cool. On the way, you encounter a blockade. The general in charge orders the men to get off the train to move it out of the way. While doing so, a horde of zombies shows up and a battle breaks out. You end up being the only survivor, so you hop back on the train and ran through the barricade with ease.
This is exactly what happens in Red Dead 2. Arthur stands on the blockade and then they ransack the fucking train. I see what happened here. I see the chronological order.
Further down the line, you see another blockade and decide to speed up, bracing yourself. This one proves to be immovable, and you come to a ferocious halt.
Oof.
Shaking your concussed head, you get off the train and hoof it from there. Arriving into a town called Las Hermanas, which means the sisters. You hear a woman screaming for help. You arrive to find an elderly nun being attacked. She manages to throw the zombie off her, pick up a shotgun, and blow its fucking head off.
None with a shotgun, let's fucking go!
You congratulate her, and she says, thanks, but she just committed a mortal sin. You tell her just to claim self-defense. It always works for you.
St. Peter will understand.
She says that some of her less resourceful sisters are trapped in a nearby barn and asks you to go rescue them. You agree. Then the nun walks over to the zombie and says, you know, they say the devil's friends make the best tunes. What they don't tell you is that his friends are also the most half-witted.
She's fucking cool.
You go, so you know Bill Williamson, I take it. She doesn't, and you laugh, saying it was just a joke anyway. You rescue the sisters trapped in the barn, and they all reconvene with a shotgun-toting one. You say that you've done what she asked, sister. The others burst into laughter, and you ask what's so funny. She says that she is not a sister. She's Mother Superior Calderon.
Oh.
They're laughing because they would never get away with calling her that. You ask her if she has any idea what the whole zombie shit is about, and she says that whatever it is, it's supernatural. Nothing rational can explain what is going on out there. Then she asks you to find her a fresh zombie, one who was alive earlier that same day. She wants to experiment on one, see what she can discover about their early stages of devolving. You find a zombie in relatively clean clothes and figure that's as good as new as anything.
This one seems fresh as crazy.
Yeah, so you hog-tie it and return to Mother Superior. She's giddy, circling the tied-up freaker while holding a bottle of holy water.
Don't call it a freaker.
She throws its contents into the face of the demon, and a blue mist begins to float up and off the creature.
Oh?
It calms down and stops screaming. The zombie sits up, color returning to its face. Then, in an instant, the mist clears, and the zombie becomes twice as enraged as it was before.
Oh, that's fucking great to fake out and be like, he's fine. He's worse.
You tell her it looked like it was working for a second there. She says that demonic possessions are not her specialty.
That's not what she majored in nun school.
Plus, if we're both being honest, she's not as devout as you'd expect a Mother Superior should be. Her faith is rocky at best.
Considering the circumstances, I understand that.
Maybe this requires someone with true faith to absolve. Unfortunately, the local bishop was one of the first to turn, and he ate all the altar boys as his first meal.
Was that before or after he turned?
Oh, God.
That was fucked up. I'm sorry.
You tell her that in the meantime, you've learned that destroying graveyards seems to help prevent them from becoming further problems. She offers you the holy water as a weapon, since it at least subdues them for a moment, which should prove useful. After clearing out the cemetery, you go to a bar called Adelitas, where you find Landon Ricketts finishing off a zombie sex worker who was attacking her Juan. The man...
Her Juan, go fuck yourself. Damn, that caught me. Okay.
The man thanks him, but Landon yells at him, saying he hates killing women, even zombie ones. Seeing you, he welcomes you back, asking if you're here for another vacation, saying they have sunshine, sand, and a plague that makes people eat each other.
What more could you want?
Actually, it probably feels a lot more like home to you than anything.
Oh.
You ask him what he thinks is going on. Landon goes on a minute-long rant about all the horrible things he's encountered in the world. From people being burned at the stake, to slaves being set free, only to be thrown into bondage worse than the shackles they escaped. As he says this, he lights a stick of dynamite with his cigar. Then he tosses it inside the undead brothel, which is crawling with zombitoots.
Zombitoots.
It explodes, and Landon says that of all the things he's been through, he's never seen anything like this.
He's never had to blow up a Zucker before?
Nope. Zucker is good. He doesn't know if there's a cure, but he does think that if they were all killed, it would at least reset the world to its natural state. And asks you if you know of any way to attract a large group of them at once. You're like, actually, I got a bottle of snake oil right here which does that very thing. He's like, great. Also, we need more dynamite. I'm fresh out. Landon walks off while you go to find more explosives. As he does, a zombie lunges out at him. Without looking, Landon pulls his pistol, blows its head off, and reholsters, never breaking his stride.
He's so fucking cool.
Fully. After getting the supplies, you return to find him just chilling, having a drink outside while occasionally pulling his gun to take out another zombie. He transforms the bottle of snake oil and a stick of dynamite into a fucked up Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
He throws it and the bottle smashes, attracting a nearby zombie. When it approaches the contents, Landon shoots the dynamite, and everything in the area explodes, sending zombie parts flying.
God, he's the coolest man on earth.
He thanks you for the new defense tool and sends you on your way, saying he heard the worst of it is coming out of a part of Mexico called Escalada. As for him, this is his home now, and he plans on defending it to its end, even if it means his own. Before going to Escalada, you visit Mother Superior to see if she's learned anything new about the zombies. She's speaking with another nun when you approach. They finish their conversation, the sister leaves, and you speak to Mother Superior saying the sister looked familiar to you. Mother Superior says that she came from a convent in Escalada and was reporting on the zombie situation there. She probably just has one of those faces. The rumors out of Escalada say this all has to do with the new president, Senor Reyes.
Oh.
Asking if you've heard of him. You say you actually know him. Mother Superior says that's not the flex you think it is. Reyes is a monster. You tell her you weren't friends or anything, but you also didn't think of him as a monster, just an idiot. She says, you're probably right. She's never actually met him, plus only God can judge. It's not her place. But you haven't met the string of fatherless children he's left in his wake, or their mothers seeking refuge and help.
Oof.
She has. You ask how that caused the zombie plague, and she has nothing in response.
He's a shitty baby daddy, but we have other problems right now, ma'am.
But in becoming president, he learned about a shrine to an Aztec goddess, and he decided there must be treasure in the shrine. So he disturbed it, which the sister from Escalada claims is what caused the zombies. Mother Superior knows that as a woman of God, she shouldn't believe such things. But she's also lived in Mexico for far too long and witnessed many things that can't be explained by God. So she is having a hard time writing it off completely. You're like, well, maybe I should go visit Reyes and find out the truth. You were already heading to Escalada anyway. Mother Superior says she'll be praying for you, and you respond that someone certainly needs to.
He's charming.
You find the military base Reyes has claimed as his own, to find it mostly deserted. There's an older woman on a set of stairs crying, and you ask her where Presidente Reyes is. She points toward a set of double doors leading inside, and you approach them. You hear a woman screaming and a zombie yell coming from the other side. Inside, you find a zombied out Reyes chasing after a woman around a giant dinner table.
This motherfucker.
You kill Reyes, and the woman thanks you for saving her, but she's still doomed. All of us are, thanks to that piece of shit Presidente. You tell her that's giving him far too much credit. He wasn't that smart. She says you don't understand. He heard a myth, didn't believe it, and tested it. Everything the myth warned would happen, happened after he went and fucked around. You tell her to slow down, and also, haven't I met you before? Her face looking familiar to you. She says she's just an NPC and has one of the default faces. Everyone in this area looks like her.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, Reyes heard a myth that there was a mask in the shrine to the goddess that would make him invincible. You're like, lady, I've heard people blame immigrants, Jewish people, the weather, the government, and now ancient curses. She says that if you don't believe her, look in the chest sitting on the table. The mask is right there. The chest is more a wooden briefcase than anything. You open it, and the inside is red velvet, padded to protect a jade green mask depicting an ancient Aztec goddess. You ask her where the shrine to the goddess is located, and she marks it on your map, underneath a nearby bullfighting ring. You figure that if removing the mask really is the source, then you might as well try putting it back.
Yeah.
You take off for it, and she says she's going with you. She wants to make sure it gets put back for her own peace of mind. You find the secret entrance to the shrine, and it's like something out of Indiana Jones or Uncharted.
Ooh.
Stone walls with booby traps, as well as plenty of zombies to attack.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's fun.
You find where the mask belongs, and the woman points to a table underneath a gigantic depiction of the same face, saying to place it there. You ask how she knows what to do, and she says that her name is Ayotihotl. You're like, okay, that's not really the answer to the question I asked, but sure, lady.
John grew up in the woods. What do you mean? He doesn't know what this is.
Then you put the mask down where she instructed, repeating the name, Ayotihotl. Turning around, the woman is gone, but her voice rings out, echoing on the walls of the shrine, saying that a horse is waiting for you outside and that you should return home to your family.
Ooh.
Back in Beecher's Hope, you open the door to your bedroom, where you had left your wife and son fully zombified and hogtied. Abigail, lying on the bed, looks up and says, "Why is it whenever there's trouble, I can pretty much guarantee you're just going to ride off into the sunset?"
Oh my God, Abigail, you bit Jack.
You're like, "Good. I see you're back to your old self again." She says that it was easier after Jack stopped trying to eat her face. You ask Jack how he's doing, and he says he's better now, but never to leave him alone with that woman again.
With that woman.
You laugh, untying them both, promising you won't. Abigail hugs you, saying she's starving and is going to cook something to eat. You beg her not to, saying that today has already been bad enough.
Yeah, and she's already had a bite.
Jack limps over, joining the hug, and the scene fades to black.
Mm.
Then the words, "A few months later," appears.
Oh.
The camera zooms in on the jade mask, resting on its plinth. Then the sound of a high-pitched laugh can be heard, as the grave robber Seth's bony arms
Motherfucker.
reach out for the mask and lift it from its perch.
This little bastard.
He runs out giggling as the scene changes over to a grassy hillside, where the grave of John Marston can be found, following the events of Red Dead Redemption.
Here we go again.
The undead hero rises from his grave as a distorted version of his theme plays. Lightning crashes as the zombie cowboy sets off to terrorize the world.
Oh.
The end.
Wait, that's so fucking cool.
That was Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Every Marston at some point has been a zombie.
Right?
That's so fucking cool. I love everything about this. That means we can get an uncle again. We're never going to get a second installment, obviously.
No. And people are so disappointed that we didn't get one in Red Dead 2.
Yeah, that's a major miss.
Oh, God, to get Dutch. Everybody. Oh, come on. Everybody as zombies would have been incredible in Red Dead 2.
Yeah. You kill Micah again?
But honestly, Rockstar has given up on any kind of story-based DLC, even in this, like, ridiculous format.
Absolutely. The best we get are those fucking events or what is happenstances?
Yeah.
In
Those instances.
Instances.
Yeah.
Happenstances. What the fuck am I talking about? The instances that they do online where they're like, Dr. Dre needs you to pick up something. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, the missions and shit like that. All the heists and shit too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all we get. To have a full campaign, single player of just some fun shit like this. It was so campy, too. This is what, 2010, 2011?
2010, yeah.
Yeah, the world is in a different place. I love this. This is so fucking cool.
Yeah, you can imagine just having Shaun of the Dead playing in the background while making this.
Yeah.
So you add little things. Just having zombie movies playing all day, every day while making this.
That's my dream.
That's just how they wound down from the back-breaking work of making Red Dead.
They need this just so their brain doesn't completely explode.
I need to make the silly version really badly.
So fun.
But yeah, now just with Rockstar, like we said, this is made by Rockstar San Diego. Rockstar is just all hands on deck for whatever game they're making now.
Yeah, just single game for across the entire company.
Yeah, which is just wild.
That's all with thousands of employees.
Yeah, right?
Which is wild to think about. I really want to play this now. That sounds honestly, I'm more excited to play this than finish the base campaign, which I don't think is something I should be admitting, but
a lot of people loved this more just because of how silly and fun it was.
Yeah, like I know the characters. I love that Bonnie's like, well, god damn it, my dad ate everyone, but he went out doing what he loved, killing zombies, I guess, you know? And Seth being the dumbest sack of shit on her.
Oh, I love Seth's arc in this one so much.
I do really like the little nod to Braithwaite.
Right?
Being such a major family in in Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I know it's hard to like justify because it's the prequel.
Yeah. Earlier in the timeline.
And like, I wonder if this is the same nun that Arthur spoke to, where he's like, "I'm scared.
I'm afraid, sister."
Yeah, if that is the same as Mother Superior, like how great would that be? Anyway, thank you, Goombas. This is our special treat to our Patreons for this month. So thank you so much for listening, so much for being here, and so much for hanging out with us.
More to come, and we are mid-season, so stay tuned. You guys get access to episodes on Tuesdays, so thank you so much for being a part of the Patreon. You get an early look at everything we're doing. If you want to see the episodes that are coming up, we did do something on the Instagram that shows all the episodes we're doing this season, and it's on the Discord. Links are there if you're not already a part of it. It's good shit.
Yes, and as always, this is Tom and Andrea reminding you.
Right between the eyes, baby.
And don't skip the cutscenes. Bye!